and we have the guys our profit. That is just amazing. And we're having the second profit again, guys, and as you can see we have one more profit. That is just amazing. Hi everyone, my name is Camila, and today we're gonna discuss the difference between 3-minute trades and 1-minute trade, because that question that you ask in my private messages a lot, and you ask me what I'm doing wrong, why I'm not earning on 3 minutes time frame or 1 minute time frame, and today we're gonna discuss that because I understood that it is very important thing for you. So we're gonna start as usual choosing the assets with the biggest payout as much as possible to fit in our screen, and today I'm gonna do 50-50 with biggest payout and payout about 80%, and also we're gonna have $200. We're gonna make few deals for 3 minutes time frame and few deals for 1 minute time frame. So let's see what we gonna do for our 3 minutes time frame. First of all, look for all the market, what happened on the market, how it worked, what's working, what's not working. That is very important. And moreover, we're gonna use 2 indicators today that's gonna help us to understand. We're gonna save here 10 and gonna have 10 here as well. We're gonna start and let's see what's happening. The first rule that I always give to my students, the easiest one, when you have 3-minute trades, you just have to look through all the market and understand where it's going. You can have the line and look through. Okay, here we had the maximum. Now we understood that we want to have the 3-minute time frame deal. What is happening right here? We going to the minimum position because we had this minimum position right here again. So we probably working with the curves. That is pretty understandable. And from here I'm gonna tell that for a long time we're gonna continue to go for the downwards position. So what we analyze next, we opened our deal, we're looking through the bear's power. As you can see, bear's power is very sensible to the very fast changing of the market, so we are looking to the changes that was before. We can see that the market was not very stable from the moment to time, but still we're working in kind of right direction, because from this time to this time we were going downwards, even from this time to this time period, and that is what helps us to understand. After that, you can see the flow of the market. You can see that we worked higher, lower. That helps you to put these lines in a row. Then, only then, we can go to the closer look and let's see what's happening there. Because when you're working with the long time frames, you have to see the picture in common, not only piece of the picture. So here we can see that we're working in a downwards area position, that we have a very nice amount of support zone and we testing them. So as you can see, here is a support zone number 1 and here's a support zone number 2. It's gonna be, I think, here, and we are trying to push this support zone through, and that is what's helping us. Here also you can see that we're still working with candles that is not showing us the tails to the downwards position, so they showing us only the one thing. We continue to go downwards, and that is very comfortable for us. And also, as you can see, this candle is kind of maybe gonna change the direction of the price, but it didn't, because it probably could be a mystery candle, but still it have a tail to the higher positions. Okay, we tested the first support zone and we're probably gonna test the second support zone right here, and we're testing it, as you can see, and that is just amazing because we continue to go downwards and our borderline for a trade is higher and we're in a safe zone, and we have the guys our profit. That is just amazing. First profit in 3 minutes time frame, and I think that is a great deal. We again going for the whole picture and understanding understanding where the price going in, and I can tell that we're gonna go for downward position. Again, we looking to the moving average, we going downwards. For a long time there is where the flow goes, we going downwards. You can see it for yourself. Then let's look on the bear's power, we again going downwards. We don't have any high up and downs, we going downwards stably, probably with some setbacks, set steps, but continue to go downwards very confidently. That is what's happening on the market. So now we have understandings that we going to the minimum position after a very fast maximum, and let's see what's happening in the closer position right now. So we had a breaking line on the bear's power, probably that was this mystery candle, because you can see the tails for the higher and for the lower positions, but still here we continue to go downwards, because as you can see we're trying to push price downwards. We have a lot of sellers, and that is helping us to understand the price market growing. And as you can see, the moving average continue to show us downwards positions. That is kind of thing that I like in long time frames, because it's more easier to predict what's gonna happen on the market, because you can see the flow, you can see the indicators, you can see the history of this market and understand what's happening, what's going on. And from that point it is very easy to work with the candles for 3 minutes, for 4 minutes, for 5 minutes even. For example, here I would even open a deal for 5 minutes, because that's a long time working situation, but we working with you for 3 minutes and 1 minute today, so I'm gonna show you on this experience. And that's kind of one of the thing why I told you that I would work with 5-minute deals, because I can just feel that maybe this time would not be enough to close this deal in a profitable position, but you don't know, sometimes market can be mysterious. But I think 1 minute more and we could totally have a very nice position on the market, but still we continue to push price downwards, and that is very interesting experience. Even if we're not gonna have a very nice experience right now, that is absolutely okay. I'm just gonna use a martingale strategy right now and put the same position on the market. That is okay. So let's go downwards again, and as you can see, just 1 second and we were having a profit. Sometimes these things happen, but as you can see, I'm absolutely chill, because I'm understanding what's happening on the price, how it works, and that sometimes market can be a little bit shady, you know. So that's why we are working with risk aspects, with our psychology, emotional control too, because trading is not only about pushing the some buttons up. So we continue to look, we're trying to grow the price higher, and maybe we even choosing direction, but I cannot tell that is a changing of direction, because we don't have this kind of price alert. So I think that we're gonna continue to push price downward, even that we have a growing position right now on the market, because as you can see, we still had these moments on the market before, and as you can see, this candle is trying to push price downwards for a long time, and the sellers more than 50% giving the opportunity for price to back down from here, and that is very nice position for us. As you can see, we're pushing price downward, and I hope that's gonna be amazing. Something happens with the platform, but I hope everything okay. And yes, we're pushing price downwards, maybe with a little step backs, but I think we still have a time to work right here. We're gonna go for the downwards position, and that's gonna be amazing, honestly. Let's see what's gonna happen right here. I'm very interested, honestly, because a very interesting position on the market, not a very big distance to go back down, so we kind of okay, not very nervous. Okay, a little step downwards, again a little step downwards. We need one more step downwards to have a profit from this deal, but I think that's gonna be, and it's gonna be totally okay. And as you can see, my analysis of the market, all the line and understanding of the flow giving us a profitable position on the market. But it seemed to be that only right decision to push the button to buy, to put higher. But as you can see, when you wait and when you understand the market, you can have your profit absolutely nicely, and that is just amazing. So here I showed you 3 deals in 3 minutes, how they working, 1 unprofitable and 2 profitable deals. And now let's see what's happening with 1 minute deals, because they are kind of different. Here we need the fast reaction. For example, here I can see that the flow is going for the higher position. Yes, of course, we can see that we're going to compensating movement from the minimum that we had right here to maximum. Flow showing us the maximum, the bear's power showing us the maximum. But the bear's power, again, remember, it's very sensitive to the short period decisions. And as you can see, for the short period decision for 60 seconds, that is very profitable position to go downward, because that is a fast step back, and on this bouncing back we can win our money very fastly. Very understandable, but I'm not telling you, I'm not suggesting you to go for 30 seconds because that is too risky. So I think the 1 minute is just comfortable and working for us perfectly. And as you can see, we have 1 more profit that is just amazing, and I think we can change the asset to understand how it works. So from here I'm gonna tell that we're gonna fall down. So let's see what's happening here. Again, we having the fall down situation, and we had the breaking line in position to try to go higher, but I can see that the market is aggressively pushing the price downwards. So from here I'm evenly probably put for higher position for 3 minute bid, but here for 1 minute I'm gonna tell that we're gonna go downwards for sure, and that's gonna be a very tough setback, because as you can see the price is trying to go higher, but the sellers on the market pushing it price very hardly. So that is a winning position for us but a losing position for somebody else. And as you can see, this bounce back just didn't work out for this market, and we're having the second profit again, guys. So let's make 1 more deal, and I think that's gonna be absolutely amazing. So let's look through, for example, here again for the long time position. I even would tell that we're gonna go for higher workers because compensate all this curve and whatever. But here I can tell that we're gonna step back a little bit after a little step up. So as you can see, that is what's happening. Also, let's see, we have the tail right here that telling us, well, yes, we're going downwards, guys. Please do not push us to go higher faster, maybe a little bit later. That is what's happening. Bear's power showing us the downwards position. Also, as you can see, even that we have 99% of going higher, I think that is more for the position who have a long time frames. Here the for short time frame, and for our entry point, that is absolutely winning position to have the downwards, the selling position on the market, and we have 1 more profitable trade. So here was the difference between 3 minute deals and 1 minute deals, and I hope you understood it. If you have any type of question, you are more than welcome to write it in comments or write in my private messages in the Telegram. Also, don't forget that I have absolutely free Telegram channel where I give you advices, strategy, and absolutely free signals in online, because that is very important for me, give you important information for you to grow. So also don't forget to put the likes on this video and follow my YouTube channel. Bye bye.